Narrated by Sa'd bin al-Harith. I asked Jabir bin Abdullah about praying in a single garment. He said, I traveled with the Prophet peace be upon him during some of his journeys, and I came to him at night for some purpose and I found him praying. At that time, I was wearing a single garment with which I covered my shoulders and prayed by his side. When he finished the prayer, he asked, O Jabir, what has brought you here? I told him what I wanted. When I finished, he asked, O Jabir, what is this garment which I have seen and with which you covered your shoulders? I replied, it is a tight garment. He said, if the garment is large enough, wrap it round the body covering the shoulders, and if it is tight, too short, then use it as an izar, tie it around your waist only. Narrated by Sahih. The men used to pray with the Prophet peace be upon him with their izars tied around their necks as boys used to do, therefore the Prophet peace be upon him told the women not to raise their heads till the men sat down straight, while praying. Narrated by Mughira bin Shuba. Once I was traveling with the Prophet peace be upon him and he said, O Mughira, take this container of water. I took it and Allah's Messenger peace be upon him went far away till he disappeared. He answered the call of nature and was wearing a Syrian cloak. He tried to take out his hands from its sleeve but it was very tight so he took out his hands from under it. I poured water and he performed ablution like that for prayers, and passed his wet hands over his cuff, socks made from thick fabric or leather, and then prayed. Narrated by Jabir bin Abdullah. While Allah's Messenger peace be upon him was carrying stones along with the people of Mecca, for the building of the Kaaba wearing an izar, waist sheet cover, his uncle Al-Abbas said to him, O my nephew, it would be better if you take off your izar and put it over your shoulders underneath the stones. So he took off his izar and put it over his shoulders, but he fell unconscious and since then he had never been seen naked. Narrated by Abu Huraira. A man stood up and asked the Prophet peace be upon him about praying in a single garment. The Prophet peace be upon him said, has every one of you two garments? A man put a similar question to Umar on which he replied, when Allah makes you wealthier then you should clothe yourself properly during prayers. Otherwise one can pray with an izar and a rida, a sheet covering the upper part of the body. Izar and a shirt, izar and a kaba, trousers and a rida, trousers and a shirt or trousers and a kaba, turban and a kaba or turban and a shirt. The narrator added, I think that he also said a turban and a rida.